Welcome back to our 2-Minute Tuesdays with Trish and Pastor Dave.
2 minute two.
So we got another question in.
Yeah, our ongoing series of questions for people outside church, from people outside church.
Yeah. All right. So this question is from Mike.
Yay.
All right. He asked, the Bible mentions other gods in lots of places. How come we say God is the only God then?
Okay, smart question, Mike, and here we go. It may surprise you, don't tell anybody, but you have lots of gods, you have lots of gods, I have lots of gods. A god is anything that you trust in for your safety, security, whatever it is that you think creates your identity. So in other words, I'm super good looking and my good looks are what get me along in the world, or I have a lot of money. And that is what gets you by, right? Except for we have a human propensity to begin to be under those things. The things that started out as tools to aid us quickly become things that we serve and slave for. And if this is gone, I don't have the same identity. And at that point, that has become like a deity to you. And the Bible acknowledges this, that people had their little household gods that they thought uplifted their family. But the Bible also says there's a big difference between big G God and little g God. And the big G God is beyond all those things, because the big G God is the one that A, classically, lasts beyond your lifetime, which your good looks and money won't, at least not for you, right? And B, there's an infinite supply of all the time. And no matter how much money you have infinity money. If the market crashes, it could be gone. And by the way, you having money means someone else doesn't. Otherwise, money would have no meaning, right? Not that way with Big G God. Enough for you, enough for me. Even the things that we worship that are good as gods, things like family and love, human beings are limited in their capacity to do that. I guarantee you that your children could possibly do something that would make you say, at this point, I have to back off from you. But even when you have to do that, God doesn't. And that's the thing about Big G God. And that is why the Bible says, infinite, lasts forever, beyond you, everybody can have it. That's the God of which there is no other.
Yeah, awesome. I like that.
Was it good, interesting? Or,
no, it was like,
just like Top Chef, interesting? Like, that's interesting.
Yeah. No, that was good, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, and this is a fascinating thing. We don't like to admit that. And
gets you thinking.
By the way, Trish, sorry, we're going down 2 minutes, but this is exactly where the distinction between holy stuff and regular stuff that trips us up so often comes from. Okay?
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be there, because we should admit we all have things that we trust in that maybe we trust in too much. At the same time, even when we make that mistake, Big G God is still there loving us and will lift us up so we can exhale and say the things I like are things I like without having to make them our gods.
Yeah. All right, well, if you have your own questions, send it in at lightofthespirit.church in the forum. And thanks again, Mike, for this question.
Who found me at Dave Deckard at Twitter? You can too.
Yeah, all right. We will see you next week for our next video.